So hey guys, welcome to my channel Study Medicine with me, and today we're going to study about the blood supply of the brain. And as a thumbnail, you have already known that my second year exam is very near, and it is about 14 days left for my exam, and I'll be studying daily online. So today we're going to study about the blood supply of the brain. So this is from the PDF Grey's Anatomy for Student third edition. And so let's begin. Brain and its blood supply. Brain. The brain is a component of the central nervous system. During development, the brain can be divided into 5 continuous parts. Okay. From rostral to caudal. Okay. From rostral to caudal, it can be divided into 5 components. So what are the components? Let's see the component first. Telencephalon, diencephalon, mesencephalon, metencephalon, myelencephalon, or medulla oblongata is also called myelencephalon. So let's go through it again. Telencephalon meaning cerebrum. Okay, cerebrum is one of the most distinctive part of the brain. Telencephalon, it's called telencephalon. Okay, then something called as diencephalon, which is hidden from view in the adult brain by several units. So it consists of the thalamus, hypothalamus, and other. Okay, so diencephalon basically consists of thalamus, hypothalamus, and other related structures, which are basically hidden by the cerebellum. So telencephalon, below the telencephalon there is diencephalon, and there's something called mesencephalon, which is called midbrain, which is one of the part of the brainstem, which is the part of the brainstem. Okay, seen which is an intact adult brain. Okay, and then there is something called as midbrain, as we something called as midbrain, and then it's which is called as mesencephalon. Then something called as metencephalon, which gives rise to cerebellum. Okay, cerebellum, as we have already studied, the cerebellum is the structure that is present in the brainstem, which is also known as little brain. And myelencephalon, which is called medulla oblongata. So basically there are 5 structures. So telencephalon is the most prominent, which is cerebrum. It gives development to the cerebrum. Diencephalon gives development to the hidden structure that is present between the cerebrum. That is, those are thalamus, hypothalamus, and little structures. Mesencephalon or midbrain, which is first part of the brainstem, seen which when an intact adult brain is examined. Okay, mesencephalon, metencephalon, myelencephalon. So myelencephalon is at last. Then at second last there's metencephalon, I guess. Yeah, and then there is mesencephalon. Third last, then second is diencephalon, and first is telencephalon. So telencephalon, diencephalon, mesencephalon, metencephalon, and myelencephalon. So let's go through this again. Let's try to remember it. So telencephalon, diencephalon, mesencephalon, metencephalon, and myelencephalon. So again, so at first there is something called as telencephalon, then there is diencephalon, then there is mesencephalon. After mesencephalon there is metencephalon, PQRST. We need to remember it's the following. So yes comes before T, so that is mesencephalon is okay first, comes earlier than the metencephalon. Okay, then there is something like myelencephalon, Y comes at the last, so it is there. So so these three, you could get confused with these 3 names: mesencephalon, metencephalon, and myelencephalon. In order to remember it, let's remember with the 18 alphabetical order. For example, MES. Yes, here comes okay, MES, MET, and MY, E. So yes comes before T, therefore it is third, at third. T comes after the yes, PQRST. So it is at fourth, and YS is at last of the alphabetical order, therefore it should be fifth. So mesencephalon, metencephalon, and myelencephalon. So there is so telencephalon, diencephalon, mesencephalon, metencephalon, diencephalon. So what is mesencephalon? Let's revise it. What is mesencephalon? Mesencephalon basically consists of midbrain. So what is metencephalon then? It consists of a cerebellum. It gives rise to cerebellum, which is okay, cerebellum. Okay, cerebellum, obviously. And what is myelencephalon? Middle, okay, medulla oblongata is a lowermost part of the brain. It is myelencephalon. So let's look at this figure. What does it show? It shows the lateral view of the brain. And what else we can see? We can see frontal lobe right here. There's temporal lobe at the side. There's cerebral hemisphere. There's parietal lobe right here. There's occipital lobe at the back, and there's cerebellum at right here. So let's see the structure. Telencephalon. Telencephalon. Okay, so as we have already talked, telencephalon give rise to cerebellum. So this is basically the cerebellum. No. Telencephalon. Okay, telencephalon. We have already studied the telencephalon give rise to cerebellum. So therefore, this is the part of cerebellum. It gives rise to. So it is given rise by the telencephalon. So diencephalon is basically a structure that is present. That is covered by the telencephalon, which is cerebellum. So diencephalon. It consists of thalamus and hypothalamus. Let's look at the thalamus. So this structure right here is thalamus, and this small structure is hypothalamus. This is pituitary gland. If you okay, so this is mesencephalon. So after mesencephalon, we need to mesencephalon. So this is the midbrain. This is mesencephalon. Okay, and this is metencephalon. It is second last. Metencephalon, it consists of cerebellum, which is a little bit. Then at last there is myelencephalon, which gives rise to the medulla oblongata. So we already knew the development of this thing, but what is the importance of it to know the development of a brain in order to know the blood supply? I don't know what we studied right here. So let's see. Here we come to the blood supply. The brain receives the arterial supply from the two pairs of vessels, the vertebral and internal carotid artery. So, okay, there is internal carotid artery and vertebral artery that supplies the brain, which are interconnected to the cranial cavity to produce cerebral arterial circle of which. Okay, so vertebral artery and the carotid artery actually get combined to keep the cerebral circle of Willis. So we'll be studying about circle of Willis. Okay, so blood supply, there is arterial artery and there is other artery is called internal carotid artery. They both meet each other to give the circle of Willis, which we will be studying. The two vertebral arteries enter the cranial cavity through foramen magnum and just inferior to the bones fused to form the basilar artery. Okay, two vertebral artery enters to the cranial cavity through foramen magnum. You know the foramen magnum is one of the most biggest foramen in skull, main foramen to the skull, and it just inferior to the bones. Okay, it fused to give the basilar artery. Okay, the two internal carotid artery enters the cranial cavity through the carotid canals on either side. Two internal and carotid arteries enters to the cranial cavity through the two internal and carotid arteries enter the cranial cavity through the carotid canals on either side. Okay, so we'll be studying this figure. Okay, let's talk about the vertebral artery. We have already talked about the vertebral artery and internal carotid artery meet up to give the basilar artery. So let's start here with the vertebral artery. Each vertebral artery arises from the first part of each subclavian artery. Okay, subclavian artery. Let's see. So here is the subclavian artery, and right here is a vertebral artery. So it gets rise from the subclavian artery, and it is actually the first branch of subclavian artery. The lower part of the neck and possesses in the lower part of the neck. From subclavian artery in the lower part of the neck and passes superior to the transverse foramina of the upper six vertebrae. Okay, C6 up. Upper six means meaning C6 to C1. These foraminas, okay, they transfer through these six cervical foraminas On entering the cranial cavity through the foramen magnum, each vertebral artery gives off a small meningeal branches. On entering the cranial cavity through the foramen magnum, each vertebral artery gives off a small meningeal branch. The cranial cavity through the foramen magnum, okay, they give off the branches, meningeal branches. Continuing forward, the vertebral artery gives rise to these three additional branches before joining to a companion vessel to form the basilar artery. Before formation of a basilar artery, it gives various other branches such as joining with the companion. Okay, what are the branches? So on branching, join the companion with the other side to form the anterior spinal artery, which tends to descend the anterior median feature of the spinal cord. So it gives rise to the anterior spinal artery, posterior spinal artery, and posterior inferior cerebral artery. Okay. Continuing for the vertebral artery gives rise to the three additional branches before joining with its companion vessel to form the basilar artery. As we know, its companion vessel is internal carotid artery. So one branch joins with the companion from the other side of the foramen. One branch joined with the companion also to form the anterior spinal artery. Okay. The second branch is the posterior spinal artery, which passes posteriorly around the medulla, oblongata, which posteriorly around the medulla oblongata descend on the posterior surface of the spinal cord, the area of the attachment of the posterior group. So, sorry, I need to continue this. Okay, so I need to see this figure. So, what are the things that we can understand from this figure? We see left subclavian artery. Okay, this internal left common carotid artery. The common carotid artery both arises from the aortic arch, subclavian artery, and common carotid artery both arises from the aortic arch, and in both sides they are produced. Okay, so in subclavian artery, this right vertebral artery, left cerebral artery, this is left common carotid artery, and this one must be a right okay, this one is right common carotid artery. So here it divides to give the internal carotid artery. And this must be external carotid artery. This is left internal carotid artery. Okay, and here they form let's see the vertebral artery. The vertebral artery of both sides is combining at this point to keep the one artery, which is known as basilar artery, and this basilar artery is actually giving out the branches right here. It gives the branches. Okay, it gives the posterior communicating branch, and this cerebral arteries. Okay, I don't know. This ophthalmic artery that is coming from the internal carotid artery. This middle cerebral artery right here. Anterior cerebral artery. Okay, anterior cerebral artery, anterior communicating. Okay, this is anterior communicating. What is posterior? There is a posterior communicating. This is posterior communicating. This basically the communicating artery communicates the blood from basilar artery to the internal carotid artery. That's why it communicates. Therefore, it is given name communicating artery, anterior communicating artery, and posterior communicating artery. Communicating artery. Okay. Left subclavian artery, left common carotid artery. Okay, let's see this figure. There is basilar artery. This is right internal carotid artery. This is left internal carotid artery. This is left vertebral artery. This is left common carotid artery. This is right vertebral. This is the okay. This is the figure actually. Okay, MRI. This is the MRI, and it is clear because it is internal carotid artery. Okay, common carotid artery. Okay, this one is internal carotid artery. It goes up. It is going up. Let's see the vertebral. Okay, left common carotid artery. Let's find the vertebral artery. Okay, so there is a left vertebral artery, and it has given a branch right here. Okay, this must be communicating artery somewhere. I'm not getting it, but this was it. So okay, on the branch joins the communication from the other side, anterior spinal artery, posterior spinal artery. One branch joins the companion from the other side to form the anterior spinal. So let's see the anterior spinal artery. Where's the anterior spinal artery? We're searching for the anterior spinal artery, and we're not getting it. Vertebral. What is the spinal artery? This is vertebral artery, left hand basilar artery, anterior spinal artery. Where is the anterior spinal artery? I'm searching for the anterior spinal artery, but I'm not getting it. Okay, when joined with the component on the other side of the single entry, in addition to intermediate feature of the spinal cord. Okay, anterospinal artery actually descends downward. It supplies the spinal cord. Therefore, it is called as anterospinal artery. The second branch is the posterior spinal artery, which passes posteriorly around the middle of the cord. Okay, it's something like posterior spinal artery, which passes posteriorly to the around the middle oblongata and then descend on the posterior surface of the spinal cord. Okay. Okay, so vertebral artery actually gives branches to the both spinal artery, anterior spinal artery and posterior spinal artery. Okay, just before the two vertebral artery joins, it gives off the posterior inferior cerebral artery. Just before the two vertebral artery join, it gives off posterior inferior cerebral artery. Okay, so basically these both arteries actually joins. So before joining, it gives a branch to the posterior inferior cerebral artery. The basilar artery travels in rostral direction, means upward directions, along the anterior aspect of the pons. So we know pons varioli. Pons varioli is one of the part of the brainstem. It is present in between the midbrain and middle oblongata. Okay, it passes along the it branches in caudal and rostral direction into the anterior inferior cerebral arteries. Anterior inferior cerebral. Okay, this basilar artery. So we have already known that it combines to keep the basilar artery from the figure. Branches caudal to rostral direction in inferior cerebral artery. Several abundant small. So it passes along the side of pons varioli and it keeps small pontine arteries and superior cerebral and superior cerebral arteries. Okay, superior cerebral arteries. The basilar artery ends at the bifurcation, giving rise to the posterior cerebral arteries. Posterior cerebral arteries. Let's see. So, yeah, this is posterior cerebral artery. This right here, this main. This is the posterior cerebral artery. These are the posterior cerebral artery. So okay, there was a mistake in a very okay in understanding. This posterior cerebral artery combines the posterior communicating artery actually combines connects the posterior cerebral artery along with the internal carotid artery. With the internal carotid artery. Okay. The two internal carotid arteries arise internal carotid arteries. Internal carotid. Two internal carotid arteries arise is one of the two terminal branches of the common carotid arteries. They proceed superiorly to the base of skull, whereas they enter the carotid. Okay, so let's talk about the internal carotid artery. The two internal carotid arteries arise as one of the two terminal branches of common carotid arteries. You getting it? I didn't get it. Two internal carotid arteries arise as one of the two terminal branches of the common carotid artery. Let's study from the beginning. So internal carotid artery is one of the component that gives the circle of Willis. The two internal carotid arteries, okay, from both sides or directions, it means as arise as one of the two terminal branches of the common carotid artery. Okay, yes, they do. They proceed superiorly to the base of the skull. They goes up and finally reaches to the base of the skull, where they enter the carotid canal. Okay, so carotid canal. Can you remember where it was carotid canal? It was okay. It was around the posterior. Okay, so we're searching for the carotid canal. So hydrocephalus. So we're watching about the carotid canal. So where is carotid canal? We studied that previously, but anatomy is just volatile. We need to search it again and again. So here is a carotid canal. Carotid canal, internal carotid artery. Okay, it obviously internal carotid artery passes through it, and it's called carotid canal. It is present in the occipital. Okay, squamous part of the occipital bone, I guess. Yep. This is This is base of the occipital bone. Let's go through the occipital bone again. Occipital bone, if you don't know, is the posterior most part of the skull, and from the inferior view, you can see various part of the occipital bone. Various part of the occipital bone. Basically, two parts, I guess. So, yeah, occipital bone. Okay. Basilar part. Occipital bone is mostly basilar part. Okay. In the midline, immediately posterior to the body of the sternum. Yes, it is posterior to the foramen magnum. Okay, and is okay. The prominent basilar part of the occipital, the prominence of the tubercle bone tubercles. Okay. Occipital. Okay. The occipital bone is major bone element of the part of the basal skull. It has parts organized around the foramen magnum, which is a prominent feature of the part of the basal, and through the which made various constituents. The part of the occipital bones are squamosal part, which is posterior of the foramen magnum, and lateral parts, which are lateral to the foramen magnum, and the basilar part. Okay. So squamous and lateral parts are components of the posterior part of the basal skull, obviously, and these are present posteriorly. Okay. The most visible feature of a squamous part of the occipital bone when examining the inferior view of the skull is ridge bone, external occipital crest. Okay. Which extends downward to the external occipital protuberance towards the foramen magnum. The inferior nuchal lines are laterally, okay. Immediately lateral to the foramen magnum are the lateral part of the occipital bone, which contains numerous important structural features. And it's an anterolateral border of the foramen magnum around the occipital cone. Okay. Condyles, condylal, okay, epiglossal canals, okay. This is carotid canal. Okay, it is not present in occipital bone. It is basically present in temporal bone, and okay, it is actually present in temporal bone. I was getting confused. So let's remember that carotid canal is actually present in temporal bone, and that particular part of temporal bone, I just forgot it again. Volatile. This doesn't work well. I'm searching for temporal bones. Topic temporal occipital bone. Okay. Immediately later to the part of the occipital bone, there is petrous part of the, okay, it is petrous part of premature part of each temporal bone. Where shaped in appearance is apex anterolateral, the posterior part of the temporal bone between the greater wing of the spinal arteries and the basilar arteries. Posterior, the apex forms the boundaries of foramen lacerum. Okay. Foramen lacerum doesn't consist of any structure passing through it. It's very important to remember. The other boundaries of the foramen lacerum are the basilar part of the occipital bone. Okay. Middle and body of the spinal artery anteriorly. Posterior part of the foramen lacerum along the petrous part of the temporal bone is large circle. Okay, it is posterior to the foramen lacerum. There is appearance of a carotid canal between the petrous part of the temporal bone and the greater wing of the spinal bone group, regardless known as pharyngotympanic tube. Okay, tube, that is not important. So mandibular fossa. So just lateral to the greater wing of the spine is the squamous of the temporal, which participate in temporal mandibular joint. It contains mandibular fossa. Where is the mandibular fossa? Okay, leave it. So we are studying what? Carotid canal. Okay, where were we? Okay, intercarotid artery. It passes through the carotid canal, which is in the temporal part of the petrous part of the temporal bone. So intercarotid passes to the carotid canal, and they proceed superiorly to the base of the, base of the skull, where they enter the carotid canal. Obviously, into the carotid cavity, carotid artery gives off the ophthalmic artery. Okay, posterior communicating artery and middle cerebral artery. Posterior communicating artery is a branch by the internal carotid artery. It is not the branch by the posterior cerebral artery. Posterior cerebral artery is actually given by the basilar artery, and the posterior communicating artery, okay, and posterior communicating artery, middle cerebral artery, and the ophthalmic artery is given by internal carotid artery. You want to see that in the figure? Let's see it. So here comes the internal carotid artery. Yeah, there is posterior communicating artery which it gives branch to, and then it gives branch to the ophthalmic artery. This one is ophthalmic artery. Okay, here you can see this one is ophthalmic artery, and above it there is branch of middle cerebral artery. Middle cerebral artery, okay, middle cerebral artery. So, yep, internal carotid artery in circle which gives 3 branches. The number 1 branch is for posterior communicating artery. Sorry, 3 branches posterior communicating artery. Then there is branch of ophthalmic artery, and there is middle cerebral artery, which is connected by the anterior. I think anterior communicating artery is actually branch given by a middle cerebral artery. Let's see. Okay, it was up to this much only, 8.3. So let's treat this figure. This is the figure of a base of the skull from the inferior view. Okay, base of the skull. So what are the structure that we can see? This is optic chiasm, I guess. Yep, this is olfactory nerve. Olfactory nerve. Okay, this is frontal lobe. This is temporal lobe. This is middle cerebral artery. This is middle. Okay, middle cerebral artery. This must be a pontine branch. Super. Okay, basic. Okay, sorry. This main. Okay, let's go through from the down. So this is anterior, posterior, inferior cerebral artery. Yeah, this one. How is? Yeah, okay. This is a vertebral artery. It posterior inferior cerebral. Okay, it gives branch to the posterior inferior cerebral artery. It also gives branch to the posterior spinal artery and anterior spinal artery. So vertebral artery is going upward, and it is finally meeting right here to give out the basilar artery. Basilar artery. And ICA. Okay, it also gives branch to the anterior inferior cerebral artery. ICA. Okay, anterior inferior cerebral artery. Okay, anterior inferior posterior. So this was supplying to the posterior most part of the cerebral artery. Therefore, it is called posterior inferior cerebral artery. This was supplying to the anterior. Okay, anterior inferior cerebral artery. You're getting it? This is very easy. Okay, and this one is a basilar artery. This one is a basilar artery. This is pons variola in between. This is posterior cerebral artery. This is superior cerebral. What is superior cerebral artery? This is superior cerebral artery. This is posterior cerebral artery. This is superior cerebral artery. This is a midbrain. And anterior communicating this one is anterior communicating. This is anterior cerebral artery. This is anterior cerebral artery, middle cerebral artery, temporal lobe, frontal lobe. So let's go through the down again. There is a vertebral artery that comes behind, but it actually by coming there it gives us the posterior inferior cerebral artery. Okay, it gives posterior inferior cerebral artery. Then going upward forming the basilar artery. By formation of basilar artery, it actually gives the anterior inferior cerebral artery, if we supplies the anterior part of the cerebellum. And then there is something called as basilar artery, which obviously give branch to the structure which is midbrain, basilar artery. Okay, and also to pons, I guess, pons variola, and okay, midbrain as well. Midbrain is right here, and the superior cerebral, so it gives branch to the superior cerebral artery as well. Superior cerebral artery and anterior cerebellar. Superior cerebral artery, anterior inferior cerebral artery, posterior inferior superior cerebral artery, inferior cerebral artery. So cerebellum is actually supplied by. So here we can also see the blood supply of the cerebellum. The cerebellum is basically supplied by the 3 arteries: superior cerebral artery, anterior inferior cerebral artery, and posterior inferior cerebral artery. All are the branches of a vertebral. So this one is actually, so posterior inferior cerebral artery is actually branch of a vertebral artery. However, the anterior inferior cerebral artery and cerebral artery is actually branch of the branch of a basilar artery. And finally it gives branch to the posterior cerebellar cerebral artery. So cerebral and cerebellar. Basilar artery is very important. It gives blood supply to the both bones cerebellum, little brain, and the big brain. Okay, it feeds both of them, little brain and big brain. No one is paying. Okay, cerebral arterial circle. Cerebral arterial circle. The cerebral arterial circle is also known as circle of Willis. Is found by the base of the brain by interconnecting vertebral basilar and internal carotid system vessels. The anastomotic connection is accompanied by anterior communicating artery connecting the left and right cerebral arteries. Okay, anterior communicating artery is connecting the left and right cerebral arteries. Okay, two posterior communicating artery on each side connecting the internal carotid artery with the posterior cerebral artery. Internal carotid artery with the posterior cerebral artery. Okay, Ashley. Posterior. Okay. In clinic, stroke, cardiovascular accident, interruption of blood flow to the brain. Okay. In lasting more than 24 hours. Neurological impairment resolving within 24 hours is not on transition ischemic attack, TIA, or mini stroke. Based on their ecology, strokes are broadly classified as either ischemic or hemorrhagic. Ischemic strokes are further divided into caused by thrombotic embolic phenomena. Okay, based on their etiology, stroke are broadly classified as either ischemic or hemorrhagic. Stroke are further divided into caused by thrombo and further divided into caused by thrombotic or embolic phenomena. The latter is far common of stroke and is often caused by emboli that origin from the atherosclerotic plaque in the carotid arteries that migrate into the block smaller intercranial vessels. Hemorrhagic strokes are caused by rupture of the blood vessels. Okay, hemorrhagic strokes. The risk factors of the stroke are those of cardiovascular accident. Strokes. The risk factors of the stroke are those of cardiovascular. Okay, I want to be studying this. Stroke, when there is lack of blood supply in the brain, then the condition is called stroke. Stroke is one of the common pathology if the person comes with a head injury. So if the person is having a head injury due to accidents in the skull, then there is stroke. A stroke can be of two types, I guess. Hemorrhagic stroke and ischemic stroke. Now, ischemic stroke is actually might be caused by various thrombus emboli that travels to the various other part of the body, and ultimately, I think ischemic stroke is much more common than hemorrhagic stroke. Ischemic stroke is much more common than the hemorrhagic stroke, in my opinion. No, it is true. Okay. Yep, there is ischemic stroke and hemorrhagic stroke. And ischemic stroke is majorly present in 87% of the cases, whereas hemorrhagic stroke is present in 13% of cases. And Hemorrhagic stroke might be intraparenchymal hemorrhage. It occurs. It might occur within parenchyma. It might be due to the subdural hemorrhage. Okay, epidural hemorrhage, subdural hemorrhage, okay, epidural, subdural, and hemorrhagic ischemic infarction. Okay, it might cause in various other part of the brain. So we'll be seeing that. Okay, this is very important in pathology. So let's see the figure. Different imaging modalities to evaluate the stroke. So yeah, this is the condition which is deprived from the blood supply, I guess. So the color has been changed due to the necrosis, I guess. Not necrosis, but infarction. So let's see, different imaging models usually by the CT scan, T2 weight, so CT scan, T2 weighted CT, differentiation weight added image. Okay. Arterectomy. Arterectomy is a surgical procedure to remove the other atheromatous plaque from the arteries. Okay. Arterectomy. So there is term called ENT, arterectomy. Thrombus removal process. Okay, sorry, atheromatous plaque removal process. Atheromatous plaque can occur in the soft vessels consisting of lipid macrophages and cholesterol debris. Developing plaques eventually accumulate the fibrous connective tissue and calcifies. Plaque commonly occurs around the base, around the basal bifurcation, limiting the blood flow and may embolize to the distal organs. During endarterectomy, plaque is removed and the vessel reopened. In many instances, a patch of material is seen in the clinic. There's intracerebral aneurysm. Intracerebral aneurysm. Okay. Anterior carotid artery aneurysm. Okay. This okay. Anterior carotid artery. Anterior carotid artery aneurysm after it has been sealed. Okay. Venous drainage. So we have already studied about the arterial supply of the brain. So let's study about the venous drainage. Venous drainage is, of the brain begins internally as networks of small venous channels lead to larger cerebral veins. Venous drainage of the brain internally as network of small venous channels lead to large. Okay, I'm not getting it. Damn it. Venous drainage of the brain begins internally as a network of small venous. Okay, internally it begins from internally as a small venous channel. Obviously, at first there is capillary, then there is arterial, then there is followed some arteries. It works in that way. So at first there is a small network of smaller veins that lead to larger cerebral veins. Okay, small veins lead to larger veins, cerebral, then cerebellar veins, and veins into the stem, which eventually come to the dural venous, into the dural venous. So if you're wondering what is dural venous is basically there is veins of it is in the sagittal section, uppermost part of the sagittal section, where dura mater splits to give the sinus. Okay, there is so in this figure we can see the dural venous. So let's study first and then we'll be going to the figure. The dural venous sinus are interstitial line space between the outer peristole and the okay, as a result into the interjugular veins. Also emptying into the dural venous sinus is a diploic vein. Okay, so there is something called diploic vein which enters into the, okay, which runs between the internal and external tables of compartment 1 on the roof of the cranial cavity and emissary veins, which passes from outside the cranial cavity to the dural venous sinuses. The emissary veins are important clinically because they can be conduit through which infection can enter to the cranial cavity because they have no walls. The emissary veins are important clinically because they can be conduit. Okay, they can be conduit which infections can enter through the cranial cavity because they have no valves. So it is important to note that emissary veins have no valve and it can act as a conduit where infection can enter into the cranial cavity because they have dural veins. So where is emissary vein? Because I think because emissary veins right there. So this is outermost part of the skull, and this means emissary vein. What is important to note that there is no valve in case of emissary vein. So if there is any infection in case of skull or scalp, there is high chances that it might lead to the brain infection through this emissary vein ultimately to this dual venous sinuses, and ultimately the vein pattern gamma. So dual venous sinus into the supersagittal, inferior sagittal, okay, superior sagittal, inferior sagittal, straight transverse and sigmoid, occipital sinuses, confluent sinuses, and the cavernous. Okay, there are many sinuses. So dual, okay, dual is separate. Dual are the various sinuses. Okay, I love reading these dual veins. So what is this cavernous sinuses? So it is very important for me to study these sinuses as well. I was planning to study these sinuses from very beginning, and finally I get a chance. So before getting into the sinuses, what we need to understand is that, okay, sinuses are this basic sinuses, meaning sinus means the space. Dural venous sinus as a whole term means that sinus that is given by a dura mater. Dura mater, if you don't know, it is a covering of the brain, outermost covering of the brain. Brain has three coverings: dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. Dura mater is actually the outermost covering of the brain. And yeah, dura mater itself consists of two parts. Okay, it consists of a periosteal part and the meningeal part, I guess. Yeah, and periosteal part and meningeal part, in some places they split off to give out the empty space, and within this empty space there is presence of a sign of veins, and there is also presence of arachnoid matters, which we'll be studying in CSF. So let's start with the dual venous sinuses. Dual venous sinuses include the superior sagittal, include the superior sagittal, inferior sagittal, straight, transverse, sigmoid, and occipital sinuses. There are superior sagittal and inferior sagittal. Okay. Transverse, sigmoid, and occipital sinuses, the confluence of sinuses and the cavernous supraspinopalatal, superior petrosal, inferior petrosal, and vestibular sinus. Oh my god. 8.44. I need to go to the figure 8.44. So we'll be seeing all the figures. So we talk about superior sagittal sinuses. Okay, inferior sagittal sinuses. There's straight sinus. Okay, these are the straight sinuses. There's confluence of sinuses. Okay, it is basically a meeting point of superior sagittal sinuses and straight sinuses. There's something also called as a right. Okay, transverse sinuses. Transverse sinuses, okay, it goes in both sides. So there is right transverse sinuses right here, and there is also something called as sigmoid sinuses and superior petrosal sinuses. What are the petrosal? There is superior petrosal sinuses. Okay, and there is also inferior petrosal sinuses. Okay, there is important cavernous sinuses right here in the middle. Pterygoid plexus of vein. Okay, pterygoid plexus of vein. Okay, pterygoid plexus of vein is right here. Ophthalmic vein is right here. I think ophthalmic is going straight to the cavernous sinuses. Intercavernous sinuses means, okay, cavernous sinuses is actually present in both sides, and connecting both cavernous sinuses, there is intercavernous sinuses, as the name suggests. Sphenoparietal sinuses. Sphenoparietal, what does the name suggest? It is present between sphenoid bone and parietal bone. So it is called sphenoid parietal sinuses. There is something called as basilar sinus as well. Where is the basilar sinus? Okay, right here. Superior petrosal sinuses, sigmoid sinuses, okay, there are a lot of things, a lot of those things. This figure, okay, it's killing me. So what is the thing that I'm actually studying for my Viva examination. I won't be going much in detail, but I should know basic terminology of this sinuses. If the teacher asks me something, I should be able to say something to them. Viva voice examination. If you don't know what is it, Viva voice examination is okay. You all must know this Viva voice examination. The teacher basically asks you a question and you should give an answer, and this is most irritating and boring thing. And I literally don't like, because I'm an introvert, and being introvert, I don't know how to deal with the person. And there in Viva voice, I should deal with the examiner, which are more senior than me, and I have a lot of boundaries. I couldn't ask them, and I have always a fear that if I say something idiotic, something wrong, then there might be a chance that I could be fail, or I might have very low marks. So that is depressing. So we're looking at the super. Okay, this table. In this table, there is dural venous sinuses, locations, and what does it receives from. So his superior sagittal sinuses, superior border of falx cerebri. Falx cerebri, if you don't know, it is a part of a dura mater, and okay, it is obviously in the superior part of the falx cerebri. Superior, okay. What does it receives? It's from the superior cerebral. Okay, obviously diploic. I don't know what does that mean. Immunocerebral. Okay, obviously, and CSF as well. Okay. Inferior cerebral sinus, inferior margin of the falx cerebri. Okay. Straight junction of falx cerebri and tentorium cerebri. Falx cerebri and tentorium cerebri. So tentorium cerebri is also a part of a dura mater. Okay, and at junction there is no straight. Okay. Inferior cerebral sinuses, great cerebral vein, posterior cerebral veins, great cerebral vein, okay, posterior cerebral vein, superior cerebral vein, and from the falx cerebri as well. Occipital, in falx cerebri against occipital. What is the occipital? Transverse horizontal extension from comprehensible sinuses along the posterior. Sigmoid. Sigmoid is basically the continuation of a transverse sinuses. Cavernous, lateral aspect of body of sphenoid. Okay, this is a location. I don't know what is cavernous sinus. Okay, this sigmoid sinus, sigmoid sinus. Okay, they meet at the particular point to give out the cavernous sinus. The superior sinus is a posterior border of the is present in the posterior border of the falx cerebri. Okay. Is in the superior border of the falx cerebri. It begins entirely at the foramen cecum and where it may receive the small cerebellum of the nasal cavity and is posterior in the comprehensive sinuses, usually bending to the right, into the right transverse sinus. The superior cerebral sinus communicates with the lateral extension. Okay, inferior cerebral sinus and straight sinuses. Okay. I think okay, I will be studying sigmoid sinuses. Although I know. Conference of sinuses, transverse and sigmoid. Okay, the superior sagittal sinuses, straight sinuses, and the occipital sinuses. Okay, superior sagittal sinuses, straight sinuses, and occipital sinuses is the falx cerebral. Okay, empty is the conference of sinuses, which is dilated space at the internal okay protodermis and is drained by the right and left transverse sinuses. The pair transverse sinuses extend in horizontal direction from the conference of sinuses, where the tentorium cerebri joins the lateral and posterior wall of the cranial cavity. Okay, lateral and posterior wall of the cranial cavity. The right transverse sinus usually receives the blood from the superior sagittal sinus. The right transverse sinus usually receives the blood from the superior sagittal sinus, and the left transverse sinus usually receives the blood from the straight sinus. The transverse sinus also receives blood from the superior petrosal sinus, veins from the inferior part of the cerebral hemisphere and cerebellum. Diploic and emissory veins. Diploic and emissory. Okay. The transverse sinus also receives blood from the superior petrosal sinus. Superior petrosal sinus. What is petrosal sinus? Superior petrosal. Okay, superior petrosal sinus. Sigma. Okay, superior. Okay, it is blood from the superior petrosal sinus. Diploic vein. They say diploic vein. Where the hell is diploic vein? I'm not even able to see the diploic vein. Where is diploic vein? I want to see the diploic vein. There's no diploic vein, so I'm going back. As the transverse sinus leaves the surface of the occipital bone, they become sigmoid. Okay, from the inferior cerebral hemisphere and the cerebellum and diploic and emissary vein. Superior petrosal sinus. Petrosal sinus. What is petrosal? Petrosal. I just forgot the term petrosal. Petrosal bone? Bone something called petrosal bone? No, I don't think there is something called petrosal bone, but there must be something. Okay. Let's talk about the cavernous sinus. Okay, this is one of the important topic, and this is important for my exam as well. Viva voice exam, if you don't know. I'll be back after I get water. I'm thirsty. I'm back. So where we're at cavernous sinuses. Okay, the cavernous sinuses are the paired cavernous sinuses. Okay, the paired cavernous sinuses are against the lateral aspect of the body of the sphenoid bone. Okay, on either side of the cell rostica. The paired cavernous sinuses are against the lateral aspect of the body of the sphenoid bone on either side of the cell rostica. What the hell does that mean? The paired sinuses are against the lateral aspect of the body of the sphenoid bone. Okay, it is present in the lateral aspect of the body of the spinal bone. So if you remember, the spinal bone consists of a wing part and the body part, and it has other structures such as pterygoid process. Yeah, pterygoid plate, I guess, lateral and medial pterygoid plate. And okay, the paired cavernous sinus are against the lateral aspect of the body of the spinal bone on either side of the transverse structure. So if there is sella torsica is basically a space that is present in this. Okay, I need to see this video. 8.5. So ophthalmic region of okay, I don't know. I just need to know sella torsica. Where is sella? I guess this is a sella torsica and this is a okay. Dura matter. Where's dura matter? There's dura matter. Okay. Okay. This is penoidal paranasal sinuses. Sinuses, you know, sinuses. It is present above the nasal cavity. Yes, cavernous venous sinuses. Cavernous venous sinuses. Okay, these are the cavernous sinuses. Okay, ophthalmic trigeminal, 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 trigeminal that passes through right here. Okay, where is sella torsica? It is actually, okay, this is pituitary gland. This is pituitary gland. This is sella torsica. This is pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is actually present above the sella torsica, but I think there is something called diaphragm ocelli. What is diaphragm ocelli? Dura mater. There's dura mater. Okay, dura mater. Obviously, there will be dura mater. So the knobs there is OTC, ocular knob, trochlear knob, and trigeminal knob, maxillary OTM. OTM, ocular knob, trigeminal knob, OTM. Okay, I'm getting it. Okay, so we are studying cavernous sinuses. Okay, so superior orbital fissure formation. So I'm having my notes on site. I'll be studying it from it as well. So here it says that development from the cephalic part of the primary head vein. Okay, anterior cardinal. It is developed from the cephalic continuous of anterior cardinal vein. Only that extend from the superior orbital fissure in front. Okay, superior orbital fissure. It is extend from the superior orbital fissure. Okay, structure passing through the sinus is very important. Internal carotid artery. Okay, so under the plexus of sympathetic nerves and veins. Okay, abduction nerves. Through the lateral wall of the above. Okay, from above to downward there is ocular nerve, trochlear nerve, ophthalmic nerve, maxillary nerve, and trigeminal ganglion. Ocular nerve, trochlear nerve, ophthalmic nerve, and maxillary nerve. What the hell? Trigeminal ganglion. Okay, this mandible nerve in below it. So as first study, paired cavernous sinuses are against the lateral aspect of the body spinal bone on the sella torsica. They are of critical importance because their continuation and structure passes through them. The cavernous sinuses receive blood not only from the cerebral veins, okay, but also from the ophthalmic veins, okay, and emissary veins from the pterygoid plexus of the vein. Pterygoid plexus of the vein and infratemporal. It is basically this is the blood supply from the ophthalmic vein, cerebral vein, and emissary veins as well. So if you don't know what is emissary vein, pterygoid plexus of the vein from in infratemporal, fossa. I need to see this figure again. Infratemporal fossa. Temporal wound infection provide pathway for infections to pass extracanal side to the intracranial locus. In addition, okay, so emissary means danger because it doesn't consist of any valves. So these connections provide pathways for infection to pass to the intercranial side. In addition, because structure passes to the cavernous sinus and are located in the walls of the sinus, they are vulnerable to injury due to the inflammation. Okay, structure passing to the east cavernous sinus are internal carotid artery and abduction nerves. Internal carotid artery. This is internal carotid artery, and this must be an abduction nerve. Okay, internal carotid artery and abduction nerve, as we can see from the figure. And okay, these are passing from between the sinuses. Structure on the lateral wall of the sinus. Okay, so on lateral wall of the sinus there are pieces of various knobs. So there's ocular nerve, trochlear nerve, ophthalmic nerve, and maxillary nerve, trigeminal nerve, ophthalmic and maxillary nerve, trigeminal nerve. So ophthalmic nerve, trochlear nerve, and trigeminal nerve, but trigeminal is further divided into ophthalmic and maxillary. Above ophthalmic and maxillary, there's no mandibular nerve. So OTT, ophthalmic nerve, trochlear nerve, and trigeminal nerve. Trigeminal nerve, it consists of two nerves, ophthalmic nerve, maxillary nerve, and mandibular nerve is present below the ophthalmic nerve. It should be somewhere near maxillary nerve. Okay. This is sphenoidal sinuses. It is present in between. Connection, the right and left cavernous sinuses are the key intercavernous sinuses, and the into the connecting the right and left cavernous sinuses are the intercavernous sinuses on the anterior and posterior side of the pituitary stalk. Right and left cavernous sinuses. Okay. It basically says this internal cavernous sinuses. Internal cavernous sinuses. This connects both right and left. Sphenoparietal sinuses drain into the anterior end of the sphenoparietal sinuses drain into the anterior end of the east cavernous sinuses. These small sinuses are along the inferior surface of the lesser wings of the sphenoid and receive the blood from the diploic and meningeal veins. Superior and inferior petrosal sinuses. Okay, so only this much about the sinuses. Okay. So there are other things that is very important. So here we can see that let's see the relation of this cavernous sinuses. Superior consists of optic chiasma and optic trap. Okay. Inferior there is a foramen lacerum, and sphenoidal sinus. Laterally, there is cavum trigeminal containing trigeminal ganglion on temporal nerve. Cavum trigeminally containing cavum trigeminally containing trigeminal nerve, trigeminal ganglions. And there is also on-course of temporal lobe laterally. I'm reading it from my note. Medially, there is presence of hypophysis cerebri and sphenoidal air sinuses. Hypophysis cerebri and sphenoidal air sinuses. Okay, it is present below as well and above as well. What the hell? Okay, below there is sphenoidal bone, but okay, this one is sphenoidal bone. This is sphenoidal air sinuses, and middle there is also presence of pituitary gland medially. Okay, you got that? Anterior venous complications due to the observed internal cataract. Okay. Okay. So what are these? In the clinic, scalp and meninges. Okay, I think we're going to go to the scalp next. I don't need to this. Okay, cranial nerve. This is very important for me. Okay, this is very difficult for me as we have solved, but today we'll be studying cranial nerve. I'll be remembering all the cranial nerves right here as well. And yeah, with this figure, I think I could do this. Okay, ocular nerve. What are okay, trochlear nerve. It is not given. It is not given properly. but this might work. Okay. Wow, this is the figure. Wow, man. Wow, what is this figure? I love it. Wow. Wow. I'm going to study this cranial nerve. Yeah, I'm also studying my notes. So cranial nerves. Obviously, we know that there are 12 pairs of cranial nerve. So there are various nerves in our body. One that is so there are basically two chances of nerves. They should either come from various other body parts and go to the spinal cord, or they could go to the cerebrum. So cerebrum being most important part and much more important than the spinal cord, and it controls various part of the body. It gives us some pairs of cranial nerves, and those nerves are actually called cranial nerve. Since the brain is actually since the cerebellum is actually present in the cranial cavity, and nerves are coming throughout it, therefore it is given name cranial nerve. So there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Are part of the peripheral. Okay, peripheral nervous system. They pass to the foramina or fissures in the cranial cavity. Obviously, since they are coming from the cerebellum, they must to go to the other part of the body. They must need a foramen. Okay, all nerves except one accessory nerves originate from the all except one accessory nerve originate from the brain. Okay, accessory nerve doesn't originate from the brain. In addition to the having somatic and visual components similar to those of spinal nerves, some cranial nerves also contain spatial sensory and motor component. Spatial sensory and motor component. Okay, these are the things that makes me sick. Somatic and visual component. Okay, somatic means body. Visuals means that gives the viscera. So if you want to know what is viscera are basically the organs. For example, you would consider somatic means somatic generally means the outermost part of the body, including hand, skins, muscles. Visceral components are basically referring to the tongues, esophagus, lungs, stomach. Okay, those are the visceral components. So in addition to having so touch is actually present all over the body. Sensation of touch is actually present in all over, since the skin is present all over the bodies. So it is not that unique that if any nerve have capacity to understand this touch, but there comes a special thing when they have capacity to when they transfer the signals of hearing, seeing, smelling, balancing, and testing. These are other senses, and they are done by spatial sensory neurons. Spatial sensory neurons. Okay. Spatial motor component includes those innervate skeletal muscles derived embryologically from the pharyngeal arches and not from the somites. Okay, so what does we only know about the spatial sensory? Basically, the sense organs. Spatial motor, not so. For the spatial motor nerves component, we need to go through the starting of the development of the body. So there is pharyngeal arches and somites. Most of the muscle actually derive from the somites, but there are some muscles which also derive from the pharyngeal arch. And if that particular pharyngeal arch is supplied by a particular nerve, then okay, that nerve is said to have a special motor neurons. Okay, I don't know. In human embryology, 6 pharyngeal arches are designated by, but the 5th pharyngeal arch never develops. Each of the pharyngeal arches that develops is associated with developing cranial nerve or one of the branches. Okay, So while developing the while development of pharyngeal arch, there is development of this cranial nerve as well. This meant to say this. The cranial nerve. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let's look at this figure. Okay, functional component. General somatic afferent. General visceral afferent. General somatic afferent. What does this mean? General somatic afferent. Somatic means body part, and afferent means the one that takes out the information. Afferent and efferent. Okay, yes. So abbreviation is given by JSA. Okay. General function. Perception of touch and pain and temperature. General. Okay. Trigeminal nerve, facial nerve. Trigeminal is nerve V. This is nerve 7. Pharyngeal nerve 9 and 10. So we 4, 7, 9 and 10 nerves have GSA component, general somatic afferent component, general visceral afferent component. Okay, sensory input from the viscera. Okay, glossopharyngeal nerve. Okay, it supplies to the tongue, therefore it should have GSA component. And vagus nerve. Vagus nerve supplies a whole lot of lungs, which is 9. Yes, 9 and 10. Special afferent. Okay, oculomotor, optic. So optic nerve, it must smell. Special afferent, taste, vision, hearing, and balance. Olfactory nerve, smell. Optic nerve. Okay, facial nerve, vestibulocochlear nerve, and glossopharyngeal nerve. Glossopharyngeal nerve is given there because it senses smell. No, taste. Vagus nerve, why is it there? Smell, taste, vision, balance. Vestibulocochlear, balance. Optic nerve, vision. Olfactory nerve, vision. Facial nerve, ophthalmic artery, it gives ophthalmic branch, you remember? So facial artery. So all those have special afferent functional component. General somatic efferent. Motor innervation to the skeletal. Motor innervation to the skeletal muscle. Accumulation of trochlear nerve. Okay, these are the general visual efferent. Motor innervation to the smooth muscles, heart muscles, and glands. Heart muscles, and glands. Oculomotor nerve, facial nerve, vagus nerve supply the heart. Facial nerve, ocular nerve, facial nerve, and glossopharyngeal nerve. Brachial effect. Okay, I don't know what does that mean. Cranial nerves. Okay, components. What does this shows? Olfactory nerve, smell. Optic nerve, vision. Ocular nerve, vision as well. Trochlear nerve, taste. Olfactory nerve, see from better. Yes. Smell. Optic nerve on the optic canal, I guess. Yep. Vision. Oculomotor nerve, eyes. Superior orbital fissure. Superior orbital fissure. Where is it? Universal levator palpebrae superiorlis. Superior rectus, inferior rectus, medial rectus, inferior oblique muscles. Okay, if you don't know this, these are actually the muscles of eyes. General somatic efferent. So it supplies the muscles of the eye. So those are general somatic efferent. Somatic means muscles. General somatic efferent. Okay, muscles. What else? General visual efferent. Visual efferent, it supplies eyes, but where? Iris, universal sphincter pupillae of pupillary constrictions. Okay, ciliary muscles, pupillary contraction and ciliary muscles. General visual efferent. You getting it? So oculomotor nerve have supplies what. At first we need to know what does it supply, then we could know the components. So oculomotor nerve supplies the general muscles that, and its general muscles of the eye, such as levator palpebrae, rectus muscles. Rectus muscles. Therefore, it has so muscles are from soma. Therefore, it has, it is from general somatic. If therefore it is general somatic efferent. It it says what to. It carries the information from brain to the those muscles, whether to contract or not. Okay, to those muscles. Okay, and other function of the other organ that is pupillary muscles. Pupillary muscles. So pupillary muscles and ciliary muscles. So these are basically visceral component, and it is part of eye. So therefore, it must be a visceral component. So it has general visual efferent component as well. General visual efferent component, I guess. Yup. So trochlear nerve. Trochlear nerve is the fourth nerve, and it has general somatic efferent. Okay. SR6. So trochlear nerve basically supplies the lateral rectus muscles of an eye, and lateral rectus muscle, it provides the efferent information that it actually basically carries the information from the brain to that lateral rectus of the eye. Therefore, it is general somatic efferent. Yep. It ends from superior orbital fissures. Okay, both oculomotor and trochlear. Innervator superior oblique muscle, SO4. SO4. Sorry, this was a mistake. SO4 and SO6. Okay. Trigeminal nerve. Trigeminal nerve. Remember trigeminal nerve. GSA, superior orbital fissures, ophthalmic nerve, foramen nerve, and foramen ovale. Superior trigeminal nerve. So trigeminal nerve has three branches. Okay, superior orbital. Sorry, ophthalmic branches. It has maxillary branches and mandibular branches. So ophthalmic nerve actually gives supplies to the lateral rectus muscle. So it should have general. It is visceral, and case information that it is different. General visceral efferent. It supplies the general. What the hell? Trigeminal of V. I think since it's from the outside division. General sensory afferent. Oh my god, yeah. Superior orbital fissures, ophthalmic division. Okay, ophthalmic division V1. Foramen rotatum. Foramen rotatum. Foramen rotatum V2. Foramen ovale. Okay. These are the space from which it goes. Superior orbital fissure, foramen rotatum, and foramen ovale. V1, V2, and V1 respectively. So general somatic afferent, sensory from ophthalmic divisions, eyes, conjunctiva, orbital foramen, nasal cavity, frontal sinus with motor cells, upper eyelid, dorsum of the nose, anterior part of the brain. Okay. Okay, maxillary nerve V2. Maximum of supplies, medial cranial fossa. Okay. Nasopharynx, palatal nasal cavity, opposites, maxillary mandibular division, skin of the lower face, cheek low. हजुर so I'm going for my lunch. I mean dinner. So it will take 25 minutes. So I'll be taking 25 minutes break. After that, I'll be back. Till then, you guys should hear some music. Just a minute. I'll be playing music. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'll be searching for music. So hey you guys, I'm back after lunch and a bit of a break. So we'll be start studying right now. Okay, just a minute, It will take time. So let's delete this thing. Okay, because our break is over. So we studied about trigeminal nerve and we knew that it is general somatic afferent, not efferent. We know that trigeminal have three components: ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular. Where the ophthalmic works for an eye conjunctiva or orbital component close to the nose and anteparal it can superior part of the tentorium immense pharynx flattened. Okay, skin lower face and temporal fossa cheek. Okay, all these structures. I don't care. Okay, so it is for the others as well. GPS. Okay. Trigeminal nerve, abduction nerve, facial nerve, vestibular nerve, costovagal nerve, vagus nerve, accessory nerve, hypocostal. So at first we need to know, let's know the name of this nerve. So olfactory optic occur. So there was one mnemonic called Old Ops of Tokyo touches a fawn and gets very sharp horn. Let's see. O represents for olfactory nerve, O for other, O for optic nerve, and other O for, so no, it starts with the nose. We need to remember that it starts with the nose. So therefore, ocular nerve. Ocular nerve actually supplies the nose. Helps in smelling. Therefore, it is a olfactory. Ocular olfactory nerve helps in smelling. And this is special afferent as well. And optic nerve is also special afferent. So both the first one is actually special afferent. Is also special afferent. Then there is accumulator nerve. Accumulator nerve actually supplies the eyes. This trochlear nerve. After that, there is a trochlear nerve. Trochlear nerve also supplies the eyes. And this accumulator nerve and trochlear nerve have same cerebral opening. Okay, they exit from the supraorbital fissures. Then there is something called trochlear nerve. Now this trochlear nerve has its opening on different levels. Since it has three branches, there is three opening. So one obviously goes to the one that is ophthalmic goes to the superior orbital fissures, and then there is something called as maxillary branch that exists from the foramen rotundum, and there is foramen and there is other called as mandibular that exists from the foramen ovale. All of those structures are present in the spinal bone, I guess. Yes. Trigeminal nerve. Then there is abduction nerves. And abduction nerve actually is a six nerves, SR6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, six nerves. It supplies the superior orbital fissure, fissures, and therefore it is general somatic efferent. Okay, then there is something as facial nerve. Facial nerve is a general somatic afferent. A facial nerve is a general somatic afferent. General somatic afferent. What does that mean? It carries the information from the fish. It is also general visceral efferent. What the hell? General visceral efferent. General somatic visceral. What does it mean? It might okay. It is called GVE because it is a lacrimal gland. Okay, so mandibular gland and sublingual salivary. It is called GVE because it efferent means it gives the information to the salivary gland from the brain. Okay, GS means sensory part of the external acoustic matters and deeper part of the acoustic. General somatic afferent. Sensory part from the external acoustic matters. Okay, it is external acoustic matter. So it is called somatic afferent because it is from the anterior tooth. Okay, somatic afferent because it takes the taste from the tooth of the tongue, anterior tooth of the tongue. Okay, facial nerve. Facial nerve is responsible for taking the taste from the anterior tooth of the tongue, anterior tooth of the tongue, anterior tooth. So So let's suppose this figure is right here is a tongue. So anterior to the okay, sorry. So let's suppose this is a tongue, and there is something called as sulcus terminalis. Above the so right in front of the sulcus terminalis, all the taste sensation is actually carried by the facial nerve, branch of the facial nerve. I just forgot the term, but it was something chorda tympani. I think it is chorda tympani, which is actually a branch of facial nerve. So facial nerve basically, so somatic afferent. it acts as a somatic afferent. Only taste sensation, it only touch sensation of that particular part is actually travel with the facial nerve, not the taste sensation. So BE, what the hell is BE? BE, what the hell is? Innervated muscle, face muscles, scalp, derivative, pharyngeal os, and stapedius muscle, muscle visual. Okay, vestibular cochlear nerve, vestibular. Okay, then there's something like vestibular. Okay, after we start the facial nerve, then there's vestibular cochlear nerve. Touches all ox of Tokyo touches of font and vestibular cochlear. There must be a next name for the vestibular cochlear. Vestibular cochlear. Old ox of Tokyo touches of font and touches of font gets very horn, very a horn. V. Vestibular cochlear is eighth. Ninth is glossopharyngeal. Vestibular cochlear is eighth. Okay, vestibular cochlear is eighth, and ninth is vestibular cochlear. Vestibular cochlear is eighth, and ninth is vestibular cochlear is eighth. And ninth is glossopharyngeal nerve, 10th is obviously vagus nerve, then there is something like association nerve. There's one thing important about the association nerve, it doesn't originate from the brain. So vestibular cochlear, as name says, vestibular and cochlea. It might help in balancing, so no, but it depends on balance. Okay, hearing, balance and hearing. Special afferent, what the hell, man? It should be something more than special afferent. Okay, special afferent. It is special because it gets information from there to other part of the body. So facial is called special afferent because from the tongue, you know. Special afferent. It was GSA. Sensory is part of the external acoustic matters. General somatic afferent. Okay, external. GVE, you know, with the lacrimal gland. Okay, general visceral event because it carries information of the lacrimal gland, and PE. I don't know what does that means. You know, with most of the facial muscles, scalp, and okay. Stylomaster foramen knob elects the cranial cavity through the internal acoustic matters. Stylomaster foramen. There's something called stylomaster foramen. So down over the cranial cavity through the internal acoustic matters. Okay, internal acoustic matters. Okay, internal acoustic matters and give rise to the branches in the facial temporal bone prior to existing to the stylomaster foramen. These two branches is called to the other features and canals. Facial cochlear, nerve cranially. Okay, jugular foramen, crucifixal nerve. There's something called jugular foramen. There's something called jugular foramen. Okay, GVA, jugular foramen. GVA, general visual okay. Glossopharyngeal. We have already talked about the vestibular cochlear. Vestibular helps in balancing the body, and cochlear helps in hearing. So these are special afferent vestibular cochlear. Then ninth knob is glossopharyngeal. We can break this term into two parts. Glossa meaning the tongue, and pharyngeal meaning the pharynx. So there must be special afferent. I guess yes, special afferent is there. General somatic afferent and general visceral afferent. Why visceral? Because it might buccal cavity, I think. So let's see why general visceral afferent. Because sensory carotid body of the sinus. Okay, carotid body and the sinuses. This body helps in these things actually helps in balancing, maintaining the blood pressure. Carotid body and the sinuses, blood pressure. Okay, this is glossopharyngeal actually takes this information to the brain. There is something like general somatic afferent. Posterior 1/3 of the tongue, palatine tonsil. Posterior 1/3 of the tongue and palatine tonsil. General posterior 1/3 of the tongue and palatine tonsil. General somatic afferent. Okay. The taste sensation of the posterior part of the tongue, sensory afferent, general sensory afferent is taken by the glossopharyngeal nerve. Tonsil, okay, orange or pharynx in the mucosa middle ear, pharyngotympanic view, and medullary ear cells. Okay, it is special afferent because it tastes from the posterior 1/3 of the. Obviously, it can, general special afferent was a special afferent, general special afferent, general somatic afferent. This is general somatic afferent. Okay, because it is somatic. Okay, from the posterior part of the tongue, palatine tonsil, and oropharyngeal and mucosal middle. Okay, it is special afferent because it takes the taste sensation of the posterior part of the tongue. General visceral efferent. Okay, Which muscle does it supply? It's pituitary salivary gland. Okay, the pituitary salivary gland. You thought that the salivary gland is innervated by the facial nerve, but no. Let's talk about let's see the salivary gland right here in case of facial nerve. So where is salivary gland? Yes, it is actually innervated salivary efferent. So efferent in case of salivary gland, in case of salivary gland, okay, in case of salivary gland, okay, if there is difference between efferent and afferent, afferent nerve. So information of the brain to the salivary gland is actually taken by the facial nerve. Therefore, efferent is given by the facial nerve. Efferent is actually given by the facial nerve. And afferent, the one that takes the information from that particular part to the brain is actually given by the glossopharyngeal nerve. Glossopharyngeal nerve. So therefore, the glossopharyngeal nerve is under the general somatic, general visceral afferent. General visceral afferent. Oh, sorry, general visceral efferent. What the hell? Afferent is, sorry. So both of the parotid salivary gland. Parotid, you know where the parotid gland is? Sublingual salivary. Okay, there is. Okay, this difference. Sublingual efferent. Sublingual is by the facial nerve. Parotid is by the glossopharyngeal nerve. Vagus nerve. Today I'll finish this topic. I'm not going to sleep. It might take a lot of time, but it won't matter. So vagus nerve, okay, this is general somatic afferent, general visceral afferent. So vagus nerve is, okay, it consists of general somatic afferent. Why general somatic afferent? Because it supplies the muscles. Which muscles? Larynx, laryngopharynx, deeper part of the auricle, part of the external oximeter, and dura mater and fossa. Okay, dura mater and fossa granule fossa. Okay, general somatic afferent. General visceral efferent. Why general visceral efferent? General visceral efferent. General visceral. Do you know visceral? Visceral, and it is the information of particular one. It might supply some cell gland, I guess. Why GVE? The small muscle and glands in the pharynx. Okay, pharyngeal gland. It supplies the pharyngeal gland. This is general visceral efferent. VE, I don't know what it VE means. VE, innervation one tongue muscles of short palate. Okay. GVA, general visceral afferent. General visceral afferent meaning it takes the information from that particular part to the other part. Hot, I guess. GVA for the body cavity and aortic. Okay, yes, for that reason. So somatic afferent. No. SA means specific afferent, special afferent. SA means special afferent, and this is epiglottis and pharynx. This from the epiglottis and pharynx. What the hell? This sensation in case of epiglottis as well and pharynx as well. Okay, that is one new thing that I learned today. This sensation from epiglottis and pharynx. This pharynx also has taste sensitive pharynx, and it is actually carried by the vagus nerve to the brain, and therefore vagus nerve has a functional component that is special afferent. Afferent being it carries the information from the pharynx and epiglottis to the brain. Then there is something called accessory nerve. Okay, it jugular foramen. Okay, these are the okay glossopharyngeal vessels and accessory nerves, okay, from jugular foramen. They enter from the jugular foramen. Sternocleidomastoid and trapezius muscle. This is sternocleidomastoid, and so it basically so accessory nerves only muscles. Accessory nerves only supplies the muscles. What muscles? Sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius muscle. So it must be general visceral efferent or afferent. Afferent, no efferent. What the hell, efferent? Hypoglossal nerve, general somatic efferent, hypoglossal. In the general somatic efferent. Accessory and hypoglossal. These both last nerves actually only supplies the muscles. association of supplies the sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius muscle. However, the hypoglossal supplies the hypoglossus, genioglossus, and styloglossus muscles. Hypoglossus, genioglossus, and styloglossus muscles. Okay. These cranial nerves carry efferent fibers that innervate the musculature derived from the pharyngeal arch. Okay, innervation of this musculature derived from the 5 pharyngeal arches that develops as follows. These cranial nerves carry efferent fibers that innervate the musculature derived from pharyngeal arch. This first arch trigeminal nerve. Okay. From the pharyngeal arch. These cranial nerves carry efferent fibers that innervate the musculature derived from the pharyngeal arch. Okay. So this already derived from the. So the nerve that supplies which part of the pharyngeal arch is already defined during the development. Innervation of the musculature derived from the pharyngeal arch that to develop is as follows. First arch trigeminal nerve. Okay. Second arch facial nerve. Trigeminals, mandibular nerves. Mandibular, maxillary, mandibular nerve. Second arch facial nerve, third arch glossopharyngeal nerve, fourth arch superior laryngeal arch of vagus nerve, and fourth and sixth there's not five nerve, fifth arch there's only sixth arch. So recurrent laryngeal branch of vagus nerve, recurrent superior laryngeal branch of vagus nerve. Okay, fourth and fifth is by the vagus nerve. First is by the trigeminal nerve. The second is by the what is glossopharyngeal nerve, is it? Glossopharyngeal nerve, okay? And the fourth and no. Second is by the facial nerve. Second is by the facial nerve. First is by the first arch is supplied by the trigeminal nerve. Second arch is supplied by the facial nerve. And third arch is supplied by the glossopharyngeal nerve. Fourth arch is supplied by the superior branch. Superior branch is vagus nerve. And fourth and fifth again. Fourth and sixth is by the vagus. Important. That's not important. Olfactory nerve carries special effect hires from the sense of smells. Okay. Olfactory nerve carries special afferent fibers for the sense of smell. Olfactory nerve carries special afferent fibers for the sense of smell. Its sensory neurons have peripheral neurons that act as receptors in the nasal mucosa. Visual forces that act as a receptor in the nasal mucosa, and central forces that return information to the brain. Olfactory nerve. Olfactory nerve carries special afferent fibers from the sense of smell. Nasal cavity and central forces after going into the small bundles into the cranial cavity by passing to the septum apparatus. Okay, we know that. They terminate by synaptic the secondary neuron in the olfactory. Okay, let's talk about the optic nerve is somatic afferent fibers for visions. Somatic special afferent fibers for visions. Special afferent, since there is vision, it is special sense. There was special afferent fibers for the visions. These fibers returns information to the brain from photoreceptor in the retina. Neural processes leave the retinal. Neural processes leave the retinal receptor join into the small brain and ahead by the optic nerve to the common component of the visual system in the brain. The optic nerve into the cranial cavity through the optic canal. It is given in the 18.50 figure. Let's see what is 18.50 figure. It is 18.50 figure, and there is olfactory bulb. There is from palate, and from which olfactory nerve is coming out, and there is a optic nerve which is coming from the optic nerve, which is actually coming from the optic nerve, which comes from the superior orbital fissure. Oh no, optic canal, I guess. Ocular nerve carries two types of fibers, general somatic efferent fibers. General somatic fibers innervates most extraocular muscles, okay? Ocular muscles, and general visual efferent fibers that are part of the parasympathetic start of the autonomic division of peripheral nervous system. What the hell? General visual efferent. What does that mean? General visual efferent. General visual efferent. The fibers are part of the parasympathetic part of the autonomic division. The ocular nerve leaves the anterior surface of the brainstem, okay? Between the midbrain and the pons. Between the midbrain and pons, and then it enters the anterior edge of the tentorium cerebelli. Okay, 18.51. 18.5. How can you? So where is the ocular nerve? Ocular nerve. It lives between the ocular nerve. Other parts of the brain, the ocular nerve leaves the anterior surface of the brain between the midbrain and the pons. Ocular nerve leaves the anterior surface of the brainstem between the midbrain and the pons. Midbrain and the pons. It enters the anterior edge of the tentorium cerebelli. Anterior edge of the tentorium cerebelli. Tentorium cerebelli is basically part of a dura matter. It so between the midbrain, so midbrain and medulla oblongata. It comes between the midbrain and medulla oblongata. Okay, lateral orthocerebral sinus and okay, lateral oculometal nerve was this OTTC, lateral wall of cavernous sinuses, and leaves the cranial cavity through the superior orbital fissure. Okay, leaves the cranial cavity. So we need to remember three terms. One, it anterior surface of the brainstem between the middle anterior surface of the brainstem between the middle oblongata and pons ferrari. The next is it enters in the anterior edge of the anterior edge of the cerebelli, and then lateral wall of cavernous sinus and the superior orbital fissure. These four terms we need to understand. In the orbit, GSC fibers in the ocular nerve innervates the levator palpebrae superior rectus, inferior rectus, and inferior oblique muscle. Okay, general visceral efferent fibers are parasympathetic fibers that snaps the ciliary ganglion, and general visceral efferent fibers. These are free ganglion parasympathetic fibers that synapses in the ciliary ganglion ultimately innervates the sphincter muscles responsible for pupillary constriction and ciliary muscle responsible for the accommodation of a lens for the vision, for line vision. The fibers are big and quite simple fibers that synapse in the ciliary ganglion and ultimately innervates the sphincter papilla muscle responsible for papilar constriction. Okay, so it has two component: general somatic efferent and general visceral efferent. General somatic efferent, and general visceral efferent. Somatic efferent is somatic because it general spatial somatic. General somatic efferent. Okay, somatic because it muscles, and visceral efferent because it also around the eyes. Around the eye there is visceral. Okay, trochlea nerve 6. Trochlea nerve is a cranial that carries from the superior oblique muscles, and extraocular muscle in the orbit. It arises on the midbrain and it arises on the midbrain and the pons valley. It arises on the midbrain. Cranial cavity exists on the posterior surface of the brainstem, and it arises on the midbrain and only is on the posterior surface of the brainstem. After curving around the midbrain, okay, it enters the inferior surface of the free edge of the tentorium cervi. Continuous in an okay. It would have been very much better if I would have if there would have been something. Just a minute. I need to see this. So we're starting oculomotor nerve. It emerges from the ventral surface of the midbrain. Okay. Passes forward between the posterior cerebral and superior cerebral arteries. Continues in the midcanal fossa in the lateral wall of the cavernous sinus. Okay, yeah. And enters the orbital cavity through the superior orbital fissure. Yeah. This is important. Where does it arise from? It arises from ventral surface of the midbrain, I guess. There was the oblique muscle and in the extraocular muscles. The midbrain and is only cranial enough to exist from the posterior surface of the brainstem. Okay, posterior surface of the brainstem. Yep. This is important. After covering on the midbrain, it enters the inferior surface of the free edge of the tentorium cerebri. Contains an anterior direction, lateral wall of the cavernous sinus, and then superior orbital fissure. It goes out. Okay. Okay, then there is something else trigeminal. We would be only seeing in the course, just yes. So then we'll be so the next nerve is our trochlea. There must be trochlea nerve. No, we studied the trochlea nerve. This way? No, yeah. Let's study about the trigeminal. Trigeminal, as we know, it has three components. Trigeminal is the major general sensory nerve of the head, and also the muscle that involves the lower jaw. Okay, it also because there is a mandibular component. It involves the muscle that moves from the lower jaw. It carries the general somatic afferent and branchial efferent. General somatic afferent. Okay, the general somatic afferent fibers provide the sensory input from the face. Anterior one of the scalp. Okay, anterior one of the mucous membrane of the oral and nasal cavities, and parasine the branchial efferent fibers innervate the muscle of the mastication. The tender muscle of the mastications are basically the muscles such as tensor tympani, tensor veli palatine, mylohyoid muscles, and the anterior belly of the digastric muscles. Okay. The trigeminal nerve exists from the anterolateral surface of the pons. The trigeminal nerve exists from the anterolateral surface of the pons as a large sensory root and small motor root. Okay, the root continues forward out posterior canal fossa, and into the middle canal fossa. The roots continue forward out of the posterior canal fossa, and into the middle canal fossa by passing over the medial tip of the petrous part of the temporal bone. In the middle. Trigeminal ganglion. In the middle part of the cranial fossa, the sensory expansion into the trigeminal ganglion, which contains cells, bodies of sensory neurons, and trigeminal nerves, and comprises the spinal cord. The ganglion is in a depressions. The motor roots are below the okay. I'm taking a break of 5 minutes. I'll be back.